Hello and welcome to another great episode of the Conquistador Podcast. My name is Mauricio Garcia. As always, committed being here every single day and delivering value. And to do that, to deliver massive value, I'm always joined by my friend, mentor, and partner in business, Mr. Hubert Humphrey. Hubert, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Good to be with everybody today.
Awesome. Well, listen, this week has been a great week. Really been diving deeper into what the principles, basically, that you've been following and teaching to really, be successful in business, especially for those people that are in the sales space, in the sales world. I say that anybody who's in sales has got the best career in America, right? But also those that are in sales in the financial industry really are leveraging the best opportunity in America today. But we'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the show. What I really wanted to talk about today is, why the money is in field building and how can everybody, regardless of what is it, the organization that they're in, they can leverage that. Probably, I would say not as much as they can't leverage it as much as in the financial industry because of its power. But it is a conversation I had with some of the leaders who are making millions of dollars in HCI that said, hey, listen, one of the biggest things here is understanding the power of building people out there. That's where the money is at. What do they mean by that? You would know better as being the architect of the system.
Well, first of all, it has multi layers of meaning, but it's where some big money at. To me, people who've never been in this type of business before, people who've never been in sales, they've never been in recruiting before, they've never been in training or leadership before, they can get into this business and in our system because you have an upline. You're coming into somebody's hierarchy, so there's an upline of multiple people who are financially incented to help you. In other words, they can't make any money unless they help you succeed. Isn't that a great thing to know that you got a bunch of people that want you to succeed and they're going to do everything they can to help you succeed because they don't prosper unless you succeed. I like a plan like that. So they're going to make sure that even though you don't have an experience, you've never done it before, you can get started in doing it. And all it takes is you've got, as we talked about prospects on a previous show, right. You just have a prospect. If you can have one or two prospects, that's a great thing. That's how powerful it is. I call it the power of one. In fact, if you could just picture this, and we let all our new people know how powerful one prospecting with field training, field building is. So let's just say, Mauricio, you and I, let's just say I've recruited you, and you were my one prospect that I had right away, and so I've got you. You're in the business, and so what am I going to do? Well, you're going to very, very quickly. You're going to become a client. So that's an internal consumption sale. That's on filter number 7, and then also we're going to work on your prospect list, which is step 1, and then we're going to go contact them and we're going to go see them. And since I've got a license, or if it's not me, I've got one of my designated field trainer builders who will go match up with you for me. And so one of us is going to take you out, and we're going to do field building. We're going to help you get some recruits. So we've looked at your prospect list and we've contacted them or helped you if you were just new in town and didn't have any prospects locally. Well, we still help you. But the nice thing about our business in the social media internet world, you could be living in Atlanta, Georgia, but you used to live in Boston. Well, Boston is just a click away on your computer. And so now all of a sudden the world is one. We live in one giant town called the United States. One giant city. So everything, all national is now local because of the internet. And so we can do things so much faster. But I'll recruit you and go get your prospects, and we go out and contact them. And you're going to become a client. That's the internal consumption. And we're going to help help you get at least 3 recruits to start with. We're going to try to get you a lot more, but help you get at least 3 recruits. And then those 3 recruits are going to all become clients. So technically speaking, one recruit equals 4 sales. It equals 4 recruits. That's you and 3 others who've all joined the business and who all have become clients. And if you put the math through it in just an average situation for an average guy in our middle of our promotion levels, That's probably a $10,000 to $15,000 income would come to that person for just doing it. And let's say I was a new leader and I just recruited you and did what I just said. I could count on making $10,000 to $15,000 that month because I got one prospect that I recruited named Mauricio, and helped him go use his warm market to get some recruits. He bought, the recruits bought, and now all of a sudden we're going to take it to another level, and then you start compounding that, and the possibilities are endless. And so because now the bigger thing for you is once you've gotten licensed and gone through this process, you go out and recruit. Let's say you go out and recruit Andreas. Well, you go recruit Andreas now, and same thing. He's got a prospect list. You're going to help him go out and get 2 or 3 recruits. You're going to help him. He's going to end up becoming a client of yours. Those people are going to become clients. So immediately you got 4 sales, another $10,000 to $15,000 that you're making. So field training just greatly multiplies the power of a new recruit's ability to make money. When they come in, the first thing you need to want to do is, man, I want to get in this business so y'all can help me right now start recruiting some people. Help me. I'll get through this licensing as quick as I can, but I want to be getting as many recruits as I can, and I want to be able to go out there and be one of your field trainers and one of your leaders as building teams. And then when you start building a big army of people, it's like you build a base shop, an RMD base shop, and you got maybe 8 or 10 or 12 guys that are field builders doing this, and it equals 20 or 30 or 40, 50 or 100 sales in your shop. That's where these guys are making $50, $60, $70, $100,000 a month out of these teams, and then they start promoting out people who are RMDs who are doing likewise, and it's just a compounding effect. That's where these hierarchies come from, and it goes back to people taking new people out and helping them field build, taproot to their to their prospect list, get them some people. That's all it is. It's just a linking up of these warm markets. So the real money is in working in our system in field building. See, I recruit you right now. I don't have to. See, I can get. Just stop and think about this, Mauricio. Let's see. I've recruited you today. You're not licensed. None of the people you know that are licensed.
Correct.
But I'm licensed, or I've got some licensed field trainers that can help me. We can go to your prospect list and start building that team that you'll one day after your license be able to benefit from. But in the meantime, we've been able to go and convert that into a bunch of sales, bunch of recruiting efforts, and money's flowing because we're licensed. We've got license. We're creating all this down the road. When you get licensed, you're going to do likewise. So we just, you see the picture of it. An unlicensed person who knows unlicensed people was so valuable because we had licenses and a system that works with field building.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it ties into the show we had yesterday, right? In prospecting. I know it's a different thing, but it's a continuation. And how important, I know a system is a chained, is a system, like an engine, like anything, is a synchronized number of things working, together. This right here, the whole field building, and you build 2 companies that are out there now standing with, who knows, $3, $4, $5 billion in market cap value. How important was this block into the system?
No, without it, we wouldn't have that story. Let me just take you to one thing back. And we're doing this today, but I'll take you back to the early stages with Art Williams. The genesis of this type of program was that Art Williams convinced people like me that this was a faster way to prospect. We had an advantage over the traditional insurance agents in the traditional industry. A traditional guy in the traditional industry, when he finally does get a prospect, usually it's cold, and when he does go talk to him, he's got only one thing he can talk to him about, and that's the products or solutions he's bringing to him, and he can make a sale and hopefully make a commission. And some of them know how to get referrals from him, and some of them don't. But he's going to make a sale. Well, we take that same prospect. We go out there, we got 2 things to offer them. We can offer them the opportunity and aim at their heart instead of just their head. And we're bringing them an opportunity, a dream, and we're going to take care of their financial needs as a client. So we got two reasons to get in. We can fish with a better piece of bait than just, to me, more people would want you coming to see them if they thought you were going to show them how to make money, as opposed to the fact that you were going to make them spend some money to buy your product. People would rather have an opportunity coming than the fact they've got to go spend money. Not that they won't do it, but it's the natural tendencies are there. So to me, we had an advantage, and also we had an advantage for prospecting. The number one challenge, as we mentioned yesterday, for anybody in any industry is prospecting, is keeping prospects. Well, in our business, every single time you recruit somebody, you've now picked up their warm market, which basically is you're borrowing that warm market. It's an extension of yours now. So you're constantly in a fresh, growing, warm market. You never run out of warm market like you do in the traditional industry, because you're only one recruit away from another warm market. And when you get that geometrically going, you got through infinity, you got a warm market. You see the picture. It's a different world in our business.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got here one recruit that is going to be not just internal consumption, but the recruits is going to bring, which brings you a bunch of more new warm markets. So it's a never ending in income of just opportunities, recruits, prospects. Yep.
A prospect on our list is so much more valuable than a prospect on a traditional agent's list. And if I'm living out here in the neighborhood and I'm on John Doe's prospect list and he's with Prudential or he's with some insurance company, but I'm also on a guy in HDI's prospect list. Now, I don't know the difference because I'm just sitting out there in my house. I've never done any business. Behind the scenes, my whole future is bright because I'm on the HDI guy's prospect list, and he may one day talk to me and convince me and get me into a great future where the only thing that's going to happen with the other guys, he's going to sell me some insurance. I just know that being on our prospect list is a big deal.
Well, let's do just that to wrap it up today. I want to take the opportunity to let everybody who's tuned in today, who's getting a lot of value from all of this content, to become that you are a prospect. Let me say we have not spoken yet. We may not personally know you, but we are looking for you to bring you into a bigger paradigm, and to really provide you with the opportunity that can help you go from where you are today to where you want to go. And with that being said, I want to introduce the number one sponsor of this podcast, which is Hegemon Group International, who has the best opportunity in America where we teach these type of things. Why making the big money is really in field building. And what is that? We just talked about that. But if you want to really dive deeper into these principles, if you want to make more money, if you want this better lifestyle for yourself, for your family, you've got to pursue a career in the correct industry and the one that has the biggest potential to make you a millionaire. Today, I think, if you're not striving to really make $1 million plus, you're not really gonna be maxing out an opportunity. So go check out the HCI opportunity right now by going to hciopportunity.com. Check out the presentation and get closer to us here, get closer to the fire, as Hubert and I basically say, and learn our system that can take you again from where you are now to where you have visualized, your dreams, where you have been wanting to go. So hciopportunity.com is where it is at. Thank you for tuning in. Hubert, as always, thank you for all the value you add to this podcast.
Great being with everybody. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Warning, this podcast may change the way you think about business, entrepreneurship, and money forever. The Conquistador Podcast was created for dreamers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who want to conquer their future. To be an epic entrepreneur, you must adopt the right mental paradigms as well as master the art of selling, marketing, and finance.